Team Corelli has just released the Kagama4, and this thing looks really cool. This large 1/10 scale monster truggy is going to be based on the Synchro 4 platform, and it comes with a lot of features that you're not going to see in the competition. Size-wise, this thing's going to come in somewhere between the Arrma Big Rock and the Arrma Outcast 4S. That being said, when you look under the hood, you'll see that this doesn't look like a 3 or 4S vehicle. This has all of the running gear of a full-on 6S truck, and should be very durable and a lot of fun. The body's reminiscent of the 6S Kagama. Whether or not that's a good thing depends on personal opinion. I think they look really good in person, definitely better than they look in pictures. And I did speak with Team Corelli when the 6S Kagama was released. They told me that the body shape is designed to keep it as strong as possible, and I believe it because it's a pretty tough body. I expect this one to be pretty tough too. We get roof skids and body post tethers. This is not a clipless body. A lot of manufacturers are going to clipless, but again, if you like that or not, just depends on your own personal opinion. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. Rounding out the external appearance are the same wheels and tires that used to come on the Team Corelli Skeeter. Those wheels and tires worked well on the Skeeter, and I expect them to work well here too. Underneath the body, there are a lot of similarities to the Synchro 4, but there are also a lot of differences. We've got the same basic chassis layout with an aluminum plate chassis and a very classic shaft-driven four-wheel drive setup. In the front and rear, we have plastic shock towers. These shock towers have been very good on the Synchro, and I expect them to be good here as well. Those shock towers are attached to composite shocks. Again, I've had no problems with these shocks on the Synchro 4. Honestly, I think they might even be a little bit better than their 6S shocks. Those shocks are going out to nice beefy looking arms. We've got pillow balls in the front and a standard hub configuration in the rear. Moving in from that, we've got steel CVDs in the front and steel dog bones in the back. That's something you're not going to see from most of the competition. We've also got all steel geared differentials, front and rear, and those are going to be attached to an all steel geared center differential as well. All three of those differentials are fluid filled and they're connected by steel drive shafts in the middle. On top of those drive shafts is a new, unique tower-to-tower brace system, and capping that off is a body brace that really helps prevent the body from getting crushed in during upside-down crashes. In order to crash, you've got to be moving, and to move this thing, we've got the Team Corelli version of the Max 10 SCT G1. That's going to be pushing the same Curon 725 motor as in the Synchro 4. However, as opposed to the Synchro 4, that motor is going to be attached to an aluminum motor mount. That motor mount isn't going to be infinitely adjustable, but it is definitely a step up from the plastic motor mount on the Synchro 4. Handling steering is the same all-metal geared servo that we've seen in a lot of the Team Corelli cars. This is a really good servo, especially when you put it on 7.4 volts, and is something you're not going to have to swap out right away. It's also got a nice aluminum servo horn and a servo saver and steering rack system that's actually upgraded from the Synchro 4. Underneath, we get nice long skid plates to protect that chassis, and bumpers in the front and rear, though I would like to see a larger bumper in the front for better bashing protection. We do get non-adjustable plastic links all the way around. That seems to be the way the industry's going with these bashing vehicles, and to be honest with you, I don't really mind it. One single flexible, high-quality piece of plastic can actually be stronger than a piece of steel with two pieces of plastic on the end, and most people are never going to make any adjustments to these vehicles anyway. You do have a place for sway bars in the front and rear, but there aren't any sway bars included. I expect that to be a pretty cheap upgrade. Speaking of upgrades, because this is a shared platform, there's going to be a bunch of upgrades straight from Team Corelli that you can install on this, both from higher end vehicles and from their upgrade catalog. Rounding out the things that are different from the Synchro 4, we've got a single wheeled wheelie bar in the back that hints at some pretty good power. We'll have to check that out when I get my hands on one. We'll definitely be doing that and adding a little extra power. And then the final really welcome change, it's a small change, but I'm really happy to see it, is that we're getting serrated wheel nuts. These TC cars have not had serrated wheel nuts for a very long time, and the wheel nuts tended to fall off. Hopefully that's a thing of the past. Finally, controlling this is going to be the CT2S transmitter. It's a pretty basic transmitter, but it does have speed limiting, so if you've got new people driving or kids driving, you can limit that speed. The ESC is also 2 to 4S compatible, so on 2S with the speed limiter on, this should be a pretty tame car. Speaking of things that are tame about this car, the pricing looks really good. Looks like this thing's going to be coming in at around 420 bucks, but Hobby Recreation Products, the main distributor in the United States, always has a coupon that you can get for $30 off, so the real price is $390. Given everything you get, that makes it a pretty darn good value, and I expect a lot of people are gonna love this truck. That being said, I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Are you gonna pick one of these up, or do you think the competition's got this car beat? Let me know down in the comments, make sure you get subscribed, and then check out one of these videos.